Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Amanda in Zone 8A in the Dallas, Texas suburbs, and today we're going to do another garden tour. Everything is growing so fast at this time. So over here I have some flowers, still don't have any blooms over there. My begonias are doing really well, and over here, same thing, begonias are doing really well. And I do have flowers over here, looking pretty nice. My zinnias started to bloom over here, which makes me happy. My potatoes are still hanging in there. I'm thinking probably within the next week or two I'm going to be harvesting. The one in back I think still has blooms on it. I don't think you can see it from here. Tomatillos growing so much and so many blooms, so I'm hoping I'm going to have lots of tomatillos. I can start seeing some little husk here, so that's a good sign. And here you can see the blooms on the potatoes over here in this last bag. The peanuts still just kind of hanging in there. The blackberries, this one is still growing a lot and lots of blooms, so hopefully that means I'm going to get some more blackberries soon. Same over here. Still nothing in this one. I haven't replanted anything. And then I have, which I think is a squash, but this might be a melon. It might be a cantaloupe. I'm not sure. So we will just see what comes out. So now we're going to look at the watermelons that I transplanted. This one is recovering quite well from the transplant. This one, the leaves have turned brown, so I don't know if it's going to make it. I'm going to give it a little bit and see if it can bounce back. If not, I still have some other watermelons I could transplant and try instead. The bananas, oh my goodness, these things are just huge. I cannot wait until I actually get a bunch of bananas on here, but so far looking pretty good. The strawberries on the fence, I have not had many strawberries recently. I have lots of runners that I need to prune off so it can divert its energy, but like I said, it might just be too hot for the strawberries. Over here I have my marigolds, which are doing well, and my basil's doing well, and then I have my melon plants, and I'm loving how the arch is being completed. And I had thought that I was going to put some watermelons in here as well, but I think these beds are pretty full with these vines, so I don't think I'm going to put any watermelons in here. So they're almost touching at the top. But my Armenian yarlongs are doing great. My melons over here are doing great. I did have one on the other side that I had made a little pouch for. It had fallen off and split open. Even though it was in the pouch, it still split open. I do have some melons over here that are doing well. On this other side, I have more Armenian yardlongs. And I have another melon up here. Things just grow so fast. My tomatillos and peppers are doing well. Let's see, I did see some nata pinos. So here's a nata pino and the nata pino pepper. And you can see I have lots of little tomatillo husk over here. Here's a really nice one. They are just growing so fast. I'm really excited to try tomatillos. My herbs, still growing well. Lots of them are flowering. I'm thinking I can still use these herbs even though they're flowering, but if you know, let me know in the comments down below. In this green stock, I do have some strawberries, and I was quite surprised that I have so many in here compared to on the strawberry wall. I don't have any. I really need to get bags around these so birds don't come and get them. But I think I've trained the birds that there's no food here for them, but I want to be safe. I need to get bags around there. But see, I also have strawberries down here. My strawberry watermelon continues to grow in the grow bag. The aloe plant is still growing, as well as the flowers are still blooming. My grapes have officially made the arch. And I have down here, the grapes haven't grown too much. They've just been holding steady at this size, so hopefully they'll start to get bigger. If anybody knows what I need to do to make them grow big, let me know in the comments down below. My potatoes here, still doing well. A little bit of brown, might be some insect or bug damage, but again, I'm hoping that I can harvest in 1 to 2 weeks. My peppers, my bell pepper is starting to turn green. Still some purple on it. My early sensation pepper is growing up, and then I do have more blossoms on my jalapeno plant and a little jalapeno over here. My tomatoes that I had moved over here, so far doing okay. And then I have my sugar baby bush watermelon on the trellis, and I have a couple more that I could transplant if needed. If I don't transplant those, then I will probably pull them out. So my tomatoes, they've had better days. I think the heat is just really getting to them. And you can even see on this orange hat how much sun is burning the leaves here. I do have still a lot of tomatoes. They're still being productive. The borage I planted as a ground cover is helping keep the soil moist even in these 100-degree weather days. I have lots of tomatoes on these plants. I have some Romas and I have Rio Grande. There's lots of tomatoes on this Rio Grande tomato plant. And my Paul Robeson over here is doing well. And to my surprise, the ones that weren't growing are now growing and doing well. The Dr. Witchy's is growing quite tall. I mean, not as tall as the others, but compared to what it was before. Now my Sun Gold over here is having lots of brown leaves, and I think this just is from the sun. I need to come in and prune these off, and it's still huge. I have lots of Black Beauty tomatoes. There's some I need to get bags on over here. My San Marzano, I have a little bit of brown at the bottom, so I don't know if these have blossom end rot or if they just need to develop more. I will see what happens with those. I have a really large Paul Robeson over here. My Lemon Boy continues to be a heavy producer. Lots of tomatoes on this plant. Some I still need to bag. Container's Choice Aroma over there is loaded. I cannot wait until those Roma tomatoes are ready. These onions, I'm thinking pretty soon I just need to pull, even if they don't flop over. Just get them out and then clear out this section for something new. Spaghetti squash, I think I need to wrap the stem so I don't have squash vine borers and get a trellis in there. I did end up pulling out my mango or vine peach melon. I decided that's not something I wanted to really grow, so I just pulled it out. My shishito pepper, I do have one that's red over here, so I'm gonna try it red. I have one that's turning red as well, and lots of green ones. Right on red pepper, I have right here one that's growing, and lots of nata pinot peppers on this one. And the habanada, I swore there was one on here, right here. The Mamma Mia Rosso pepper, these are supposed to turn red. So these are quite large peppers. I wasn't really aware of how large they're going to be. This plant is a mini bell pepper, but I don't have any peppers on it yet, it doesn't look like. I cannot believe how fast this corn is growing. Now I don't know if this is going to be a problem, is trying to peek through the top. So this might be an issue if it's not able to. I might need to see if I can help it. You can see how the stalk is kind of bending because it's trying to go through, but it can't. The flowers over here are making it, but not very well. They're struggling a lot with the heat. I do have blossoms over here. I do have my flowers over here. I do have some blossoms like over here. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos.